in the first half we were certainly a step slow behind the play on defense. I knew they ran their stuff fast, and we just, I don't know, for whatever reason, we just weren't able to keep up. Obviously, I thought we had some missed free throws, and I thought we were okay offensively most of the game. I thought our shot quality was pretty good, but we're not making enough to keep up with a team that's shooting as well as they did. Colvin was outstanding in the first half. It's funny, Juke is such a good player. I don't feel like he dominated the game as usual, but he's got 20 points. And that's what great players do. 7 rebounds. He was terrific. They got a couple big offensive rebounds late when we had chances, and we just weren't quite good enough. Wake's done a good job. Coach Forbes and those guys deserve a lot of credit. The injury to Cal Meese, they've regrouped. Akins played well. Obviously hit his first 3, I think, against us tonight. Big shot, and hats off to them. They played well tonight.
Brad, what was it about Wake running their offense fast?
I don't know. We were behind. I thought we had a great practice on Monday, decent on Tuesday, but their pace of play and their enthusiasm to compete was fantastic, and ours was not as good as it needed to be. And I think when guys make a couple shots too, obviously you're juiced up. It gives you extra momentum. There wasn't enough resistance by us. I even played some zone tonight, which I haven't done that in a long time. We fought. I do think we fought and came back. Obviously, we cut it to 5 a couple different times, but we couldn't get a big stop and score to get it to a 1-possession game.
Brad, for like the 3rd straight game, it feels like you guys came out a little bit lethargic. Mm-hmm. Has there been a reoccurring theme of what you're seeing your team?
Well, we weren't lethargic against Duke. We had a lead 18-17. We just had a bad, start to the second half. The second half was poor, and that's when they got away from us. Obviously, we did not play well against Virginia Tech at the outset. So, I don't have an answer to that. We're certainly looking at it. Maybe we need to change our lineup. I don't know. But we can't keep, getting behind like we have.
Coach, in regards to the starting guards, what have you seen over kind of the last 3-4 games that you want to see change moving forward?
Obviously I'd like to see him make a few more shots, but Dylan got into foul trouble tonight. I don't think JP guarded the ball initially like we wanted to from the outset. I would like to set a better tone that way. I thought in his second half he did. He got a steal and was better. They got to regroup. They got to regroup, gain their confidence, and get back into an attack mentality.
Yes, how you doing, Coach? Even in your loss tonight, what positive can you take away from your team's effort tonight?
I thought we had several guys. I thought Carter Welling was really good. I thought he competed at a high level. I thought Jake really competed. I thought Budda Johnson off the bench really competed and did some good things for us. But we didn't play well enough. When they're shooting the ball and executing as well as they did, you have to match that, and we just couldn't keep up offensively with them that way. And we strung some defensive stops, but then when we needed 1 or 2 more big ones late, we just couldn't quite get it. I know of 2 or 3 offensive rebounds they got when it's, enough, a chance to be a 1-possession game, we couldn't get them.
Coach, you've been in situations before where you've had to pull your guys through, and you're here where it feels like a little bit of a drought. What's the message to them? How do you keep pushing them along?
Yeah, just you got to still encourage them. They're getting a taste of reality. It's hard. I think sometimes when you're winning like that, you don't maybe understand how hard it is to win. You can take it for granted a little bit. We certainly knew that, watching the clips this morning and the last 2 days, that Wake's been playing really well here this last week. Even the loss to Louisville, I thought they played terrific, competed their tails off, found a way to win against a gritty Stanford team, played great against Georgia Tech, and they kind of continued it. It's so much of this sport is momentum, and sometimes it's not only who you play but when you play them, and so we're getting Wake at a time when they've kind of regrouped and gathered themselves back, and they're playing with a lot of confidence, and we're going to do the same thing with Florida State on Saturday. And if you allow a team to get off to a good start and they're feeling pretty good about themselves, it's not going to be easy, and that certainly happened to us tonight.
Brad, because of your tenure and how long it's been, you've seen the league go through ebbs and flows.
Yep.
How much was tonight a reminder of how deep this conference is?
Yeah, absolutely. We talked about it with our players about Michigan. I mean, the number one team in the country. These guys have the ball to win. Texas Tech. I mean, those are two of the 5 or 6 best teams in the country, and these guys are playing them to one-possession games. And this conference is deep. There's a lot of good players. They've done a really good job. I like their roster and the way they're playing. You have an all-star player in Juke Harris and a lot of other guys that can make shots. They've got size. They got some physicality. And as much as anything, they're playing with great confidence right now. And I think that's what part of this is you got to get your swagger back. You got to get your confidence back. And we got to win a game so we can start to do that.
Yeah, Coach, give me one word to describe ACC Conference basketball and why.
Competitive. I just think every night you've got to be ready to play. This league is showing that through the season. I think it's, as deep as it's been in the last couple of years, and if you're not ready to compete at a high level, you're not going to win. So we learned that again tonight.
Coach, you guys came out pretty strong in the second half. What'd you say during the break to your guys?
Just try to encourage them. I thought, we settled down the last 8 minutes, and just that they knew the first 4 minutes are going to be really important. We're either going to have a chance to whittle into the lead and get a chance at this thing, or it's going to be hard to win. And, our guys did a really good job. But to Wake's credit, they made a couple of big plays and never let us get it to a one-possession game, I don't think. And, we started to put a little game pressure, but when we did, they responded. And they had kids make big shots tonight. They made some big free throws, a couple of big threes. A couple times they got an offensive rebound. They were the better team. Okay, guys. Thank you.